the army is growing. So thank you guys.
Wait, is that a zit? You gotta be kidding me, man.
Now, before we start this video off, I just want to thank each and every one of my Patreons. You guys are awesome, and you allow me to put out, all this extra content that normally I can't. A lot of people in the comments have stated that, they would help if they could, and I just want you to know, every time you watch or like or share a video or comment down below, that's all you got to do, and I appreciate it every time. You guys are awesome. My content will always be free to you guys. A view and, like, and the fact you take the time out of your day to watch my videos means everything to me. So thank you very, very much. I'm truly grateful. Hey, before we get into the video, I would like to state really quick that YouTubers in the past, when I mentioned them in a video, they always come up with that, well, you're portraying me in a bad light. You're making me look bad, but I don't never alter the clips unless I'm using that particular clip to prove what I'm trying to say. I don't portray anybody any way they don't portray themselves. I don't portray you that way. You portray yourself that way. That's why I show videos of you portraying yourself that way.
Returning to the Randonautica app. This app, Randonautica, takes you to very, very unique places, and not just any unique random place, but a place that connects with your mind. Upon searching for a location, it asks you what your intent is. I came across this really creepy house, and that was my very first location. My very first time trying this out.
Now, first off, let's not throw any shade toward Omar. I don't want no hate.
Oh my god, I just hate you, Omar. Oh my goodness.
I respect his grind. He does work very hard on his videos. That being said, I can see how that app would lead you to an abandoned place. When I tried to use the app, it took me in the biggest U-turn that I've ever seen in my life. One big U-turn, almost right back to the house. It took me to locations I could not access, like the middle of a prison. Yet, everybody else seems to be, just hitting these magical spots that I can't.
You know what's crazy? I was kind of like, maybe this doesn't work, and then the car alarm started going off.
So you didn't think it was real until your car alarm went off. I'm not going to judge.
Wait a minute. What if this was like a wildfire?
Well, you solved it. Obviously it was a forest fire. Without any of the trees or the grass being burned. But man, it got that turtle, am I right? No?
But the Randonautica app, it kept bringing us to these random locations, and
Randonautica took you to a random location? No way.
You want to know my theory on Randonautica, and a lot of you have pointed this out to me too. Now, on my very first adventure, I ran into an owl. Now, if you didn't know, the Randonautica app is an owl, and that's not the first time. There was another time I ran into an owl too, but I didn't record it. My theory is Randonautica works best at nighttime. Why is that? Well, if there's owls somehow connected to all this, what time do owls usually come out?
Owls, yeah, that's why. That's why they got that picture on the Randonautica app. It's all tied to owls.
This is a terrible idea. Oh, and there's a cop coming. Goes the cop right there. Goes another one going that way. Probably should get out of here. Wait, what if the cops are... What if they're following... I have heard of people following people on this app.
I would just like to have $1 for every time he says the word random.
Not seeing anything out of the ordinary.
I love that part of his video. He's like, I don't see anything.
Yo, is that a suitcase?
No, it's an elephant.
Maybe it belongs to a homeless person or something.
Now this part, I want you to remember this part.
My lights just went off on my car too. So you can see right behind me there's a really busy highway, and this seems to be like a post office, and there's a random suitcase right here at the location Randonautica brought me to. There's definitely something in here. But there's somebody out there.
I love how he grabs that suitcase and shakes the hell out of it. What if there was like a bomb in that thing? I'm just saying, you're shaking the hell out of it like that?
Does this suitcase belong to anyone? I'm just gonna set this back here. We'll open it later.
Okay, you pull up, you see a suitcase, you have no idea what's in it. Now, either Omar says it's not his, which means it's somebody else's. And what do we get when we take things that don't belong to us? What's that called? Comment below. But anyway, now say a homeless guy like Omar first thought at the beginning there, say he did sit that suitcase there so he could go take a dump or pee. Then he comes back and it's gone because some guy come up and took it for a video. What if he had like heart medication and all of his money, his food and everything in that suitcase, and somebody just come up and just throw it right in the back of the vehicle? Don't check in it to see what's in it. Does that make any sense to you? Why would you throw a suitcase that could contain a biohazard or a bomb or anthrax or just anything in it? A nest of spiders. Why would you throw that in the back seat of your car? Are there any reason why you would do that? If you do not know what's in that suitcase. See, it's that stuff. That's what I'm talking about. That it don't make no sense. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, it's not a homeless guy's suitcase, and it belongs to some drug kingpin. And they're doing a deal, and Omar comes right along, and he just threw 10 pounds of cocaine or crack or something right in the back of his car. And it's all on video, so now they know who done it. Does that make any sense to you? Do you think a YouTuber would even risk that if it was real? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't mess with something that don't belong to them. But, hey, look forward to a live stream and the opening of the suitcase.
So we found I don't know if it's a briefcase or a suitcase. Is there something written on it? No, it's just scratches. I didn't even try to open it yet. It could be locked. I don't know. We'll have to open it up in a little bit, see what's inside. I hope it's not like some homeless person's belongings. That's the first thing I thought of.
Hey, now, by the way, if you listen, I mean, in the comments, if you guys ever run across a suitcase, would you go over and just grab it and throw it in the back of your vehicle without checking to see what's inside of it? Anybody? Why would you do that? A mystery that's been around 98 years. never been solved. A tragedy. The Hinterkaifeck murders, of course, went unsolved, and some of the most bizarre things happened that have never been explained and will never be explained. I mean, a century is a long time ago. There's no more evidence. The farm isn't there anymore. But let's get into this story. Grab your favorite drink, grab that worn out spot on the couch, hit that like button, and let's go. Now, the original maid that worked at Hinterkaifeck quit 6 months previous, and the reason she had quit is because she thought the house was haunted. She could hear footsteps, she could hear strange noises, and when she would tell Andreas Gruber, the man of the house, he would go check and he couldn't find anything, and it would really make him mad. So instead of her telling him, she just up and quit. She said, you know, fuck the noise, I'm out of here. A good thing she did, I guess. Other bizarre things include some keys that went missing. Even the family themselves had heard noises of a nighttime throughout their house, and when they would go check, they just couldn't find anything. From footsteps, sometimes they would find things in other locations that it wasn't there previous. I'd say the biggest one for me was footsteps in the snow. Andreas saw footsteps that come out of the woods, across his property, and all the way to his machine room door. And the lock on the door happened to be broke. But the thing about it is, he saw footsteps coming, but he didn't see any footsteps going back into the woods, which means one of two things. Either A bird, a gigantic bird at that, swooped down, picked somebody up right before they entered the house, and took off with them, or they were abducted by aliens. Or they were in the house and never left. Now, this family had told, like neighbors, they had told other friends and things like that they heard these noises. They told them all these bizarre things that were going on, and even Andreas himself told the neighbors about the footprints, how he looked throughout the whole house and couldn't find anything. Investigators think that what happened is one by one, or maybe two by two, they were lured out to the barn and killed, murdered, maybe ambushed, and then they were two that remained in the house, and then he or she or they went in there to finish the job. But one of the other bizarre things is, for instance, this ain't the first time that the murderer was like living in the house with the victims, or like if the victims went to church, like the Valeska Axe murder house, and then when they come back, he was waiting in the attic. I mean, this is not as strange as people would think. And the fact that this person, but some people think it's like the first documented case of a ghost murdering people. I really can't buy that, or a demon, or whatever, an entity they want to call it. I can't buy that. I can't subscribe to that. But whatever it was, whoever it was evil to an extreme level of evilness, especially when it involves kids. It makes it that much more heartbreaking and that much more sickening. But yeah, they think that this guy, after he murdered them, he stayed around for 2 or 3 days running the farm, milking the cows, eating food, keeping a fire going. Even neighbors reported seeing a fire after the day they were supposedly killed. So, either he was relishing in what he had done, or she, or he just really wasn't in no rush to go anywhere. But this case, if you guys want me to get in deeper with it, I can really get some detail going. Just whatever you guys like. I just wanted to talk about that because it has stuck with me ever since I heard that, that it happened. And yeah, the killer was never caught. It's a tragedy, of course. Oh, it's awful. And that's the video, guys. I appreciate you watching. I'm glad you could join me. It's fantastic. I appreciate all you guys being here. I appreciate you liking and sharing and commenting, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel. I'm gonna keep on pushing out content. I'm gonna push it out so much you get sick of it. You hear me? Sick of it! Love you guys, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Let's go.